Hi, I'm John Mayer.
There he is.
Coming to you from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland.
Ooh, we're going to talk about that guitar.
So join me, take a sheet, pass it back. We got a lot of activities planned for you. Come along with us.
The always clever John Mayer. Today, we are taking a trip down the John Mayer memory lane. I'm going to do a reaction to this newly posted footage of a concert from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland, Ohio in July of 2002. This is right around the time Room for Squares came out. I mean, it's over 20 years ago. So there's going to be a lot of things different. Mayer's different. The band is different. His equipment is different. We're going to talk about all of it. And so let's get to it.
The song's called My Stupid Mouth.
Ah, My Stupid Mouth. Big crowd. Oh, what a different era. So one thing, Room for Squares, like if you had an acoustic guitar back in 2002, 2003, I mean, you went to a party. You were a hero. You were a hero. Every song, almost every song on that record had like this really recognizable, fairly easy to play, with the exception of a few, acoustic intros. So you could impress your friends. It's great. My Stupid Mouth is no exception. David LaBriere, bass player. Sean Hurley, Pino Palladino, we love you, but David LaBriere was the OG. Absolutely OG. His bass lines on this record are absolutely insane. So good. Like, so the first, I mean, one of the first things I noticed is the approach to singing is totally different. Much more breathy, raspy. Definitely on purpose, though. On purpose, because back in this time, if you were lucky enough to be trading around some John Mayer bootlegs, there were some really cool ones where he was imitating Eric Clapton, Dave Matthews, Sean Mullins, even, if you remember that guy, and doing an uncanny job to where if you were just listening, at the time we were just listening, you would think it was actually those people I mentioned. So the way he's singing is absolutely on purpose, and you'd have to ask him why he sang that way. He doesn't really sing that way on Room for Squares. He kind of dialed back the breathiness, but all these live recordings, including Any Given Thursday, which was recorded right around this time, had that same like breathy approach to every song. Love this band. Small band. Just guitar plus keyboard that the second guitar player plays, drums, bass, and John Mayer. And you're going to notice something, I think, that's very different about this performance than his current performances. Just a hint, it's the types of guitars he's playing. It's good. It's really good. I do love this band. They have a lot of ground to cover. Because we got to talk about this acoustic too. Love the band. Stephen Chopek on drums, David LaBriere bass, Michael Chavez on guitar and keyboard. And he's got a really difficult job because he's got to cover all of the things that you want to hear from the record that John Mayer's not playing. Breakdown, here it is. God, he looks so young. Oh, okay, this is different. I remember this, yeah. 30-something seconds back. Yeah. Whoa, wait a minute. Stop it. Hang on. We've just been strumming along here, but listen to this, what he does. Watch. Right out of this section, watch. 30-something seconds back. I played over it. I'm sorry. No, it was like this. It's Just a really cool ticka-ticka, very cool. Sorry, just dorking out on guitar stuff here. Stephen Chopek, just back there killing it on the drums. Captain Backfire. God, I love that line. There's so many good lines in this song. Rolling tiny balls of napkin paper, playing a game of chess with the salt and pepper shaker. Brilliant. If he had just stopped here at this record, the lyrics on this record alone are enough to, and they got him a Grammy, at least on Wonderland. So good. But then he went on to be a freaking guitar hero. Unbelievable, this guy. Where does he get off with all this talent? Come on. I'm such a John Mayer fanboy. I can't help it. I'm sorry.
I'm never speaking up again. I'm never speaking up again. I'm never speaking up again.
No wireless, just acoustic right into a direct box. I don't know. Speaking of acoustics, I know Room for Squares was recorded on a Dave Matthews signature Martin, and I can't tell if that's what that is or not. It's that shape.
Thank you so much.
But I feel like there was a signature, like 12th fret. Oh, yeah. Wonderland. They just call it Wonderland. Your body is a Wonderland. It is a drop D tune. Yeah, so you play drop D so you don't have to do this stretch. He's got giant hands though, so you could have just done that. But drop D though is important for the middle section, which is the coolest section of the song. And I don't think that's the Dave Matthews signature acoustic Martin. I think it's just like a D28 or something. Because if I'm not mistaken, the Dave Matthews guitar that he famously used to record all of Room for Squares has his signature, Dave's signature, and I think it's got something else going on the headstock too, and that one just looks pretty plain. I don't care what anybody says. This song's cool. The lyrics are a little bit tough to swallow sometimes. Certainly his delivery at this time was maybe not my favorite, but you can't deny it. And it allowed all of us to then enjoy what he had to offer after this. Because without it, might not have been as big as he is now. But I will tell you, with Aaron Sterling on the drums, Pino Palladino on bass, and the band he's had for the last couple years, even the Sob Rock band, full band Sob Rock band on Your Body's a Wonderland, highlight of the show. Here to tell you. It grooves. It does. Ooh, hang on. I feel like we're gonna have something. Oh, look at that. There we go, right here. Ooh, he's playing it. John Mayer's playing it. So I expected Michael Chavez, the electric guitar player, to play that part, but Mayer took it. I like it. Oh, here we go. Wait a minute, hang on. Listen to the interplay between John Mayer and Dave LaBriere, the bass player, at this part. This is where you could tell they did tons of acoustic duo shows together, just the two of them, acoustic guitar, bass, vocal. Amazing. Listen closely. Put headphones in. Coming up right here. It's that little line, ba ba da ba da ba ba da ba da, and then the bass is kind of doing a counter thing to it. Calm before the storm. Don't stop. Go back to the other part, John. Oh, gotta go back to the chorus.
Your body is a wonderland. Use my hands. Your body is a wonderland. Your body is a wonderland.
Everybody's favorite part. Ba-da-da, da-ba-da, ba-da. If I'm not mistaken, on the record, he brings back My Stupid Mouth in this part. It's like, I'm never speaking up again. Kind of a cool little callback.
We're
Okay.
on the Teen Idol part of the museum. This is actually Eminem's outfit from the Slim Shady LP tour. And that's not true. That's just me trying to write myself into an Eminem song.
Okay.
This is actually-
Did it work?
This is Christina.
Did it work?
Aguilera.
Let's go to the next song. Here we go. Why Georgia? You know, when I said that, like, Room for Squares has a bunch of easy, recognizable acoustic guitar intros, certainly recognizable. Not easy, though, because to play this one right... I don't even think I'm playing that right. I'm almost positive I have something wrong there. I mean, it sounds right if I just play it by myself, but then if you put it next to what he's doing... Yeah, it's wrong. I'm playing too much. That part right there.
Just stuck inside the gloom. Four more exits to my apartment. I am tempted to keep the car to
This right here.
and leave it all behind.
Something like that.
'Cause
Loves the falsetto back then.
sometimes
It's tough to hit.
about the outcome.
It's a G. Still. It's really hard to do that. It's hard to do that and not bend into the note. And by I mean like still, like it's hard to just go bang right on. That's it. He writes things that are not easy to sing. Still does.
And I live a little ride. And I live a little ride. Why?
Hit the cymbal with the tambourine.
So why?
God, he's just cranking on that acoustic. It's so funny.
I went so room and I fell in spaces with running places to make it feel like home. But all I feel is alone.
If you have headphones in, you can hear the acoustic in your right ear, and he's just hitting it so hard.
It might be a quarter life crisis.
Also, the way Stephen Chopek hits that snare, just nice. Very good. See what I mean? It's hard. I wonder. That is not easy. Nice. It's good. It's hard. That's good. It's good. Only one background vocal with Michael Chavez. Oh, he is? Okay, so he does have in-ear monitors in. I was wondering about that. It's 2002. I mean, in-ear monitors have existed for a long time. He is using them. He's only got it in his left ear, though. The other one is out. And he's got some floor monitors in front of him. So I'm wearing in-ear monitors right now, so you don't hear the computer audio coming back at you. But definitely help you sing live. Make it a lot easier to sing on pitch. Keep your voice from getting too tired.
Take this one.
Everybody knows this part, of course.
Don't believe me. Don't believe me. Oh, when I say that.
Listen, just to be nostalgic for a second, this was a magical time for me personally because I love John Mayer. But man, when this thing came out and I saw him on the tour that shortly followed this with this band, it's the Any Given Thursday DVD concert band. What a cool time. It was a big deal. I think I was a junior in high school and Mayer was coming to town, small outdoor amphitheater. It was like everybody was there. Everybody had to go. That's what it seemed like at the time. I'm sure, like my parents and everybody were like, oh, cool, whatever. Who's this kid coming to town playing guitar? But everybody had to go. It was a big deal. It's a big deal to me. Still a big deal every time he comes to town. There's nobody like him. Cool, Michael Chavez. Listen to that. Oh. I like that. So they used, I don't remember what song it was, but they used to do something here. And he did do it. Probably because he's on TV and it was somebody else's song. It was a cover. Listen to that bass. You can hear Michael Chavez playing. It's a cool part. Go back and listen to Room for Squares at this part. The dagga 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 da. It's you can barely hear it. I'm not even going to try to play it, but you can barely hear it. It's on the record though. It's really cool. Dagga 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 dagga. Yeah. Very nice. What I love about that song, I mean, in this case, he was still doing some, little interlude things in the middle of this song at that point. But today, if you hear him play this at a concert with the full band, like on the Sob Rock tour, for example, there's a lot of times where he's jamming, soloing, things kind of just go in different directions, which is amazing to watch that band work through a song like Gravity or Slow Dancing in a Burning Room or whatever, you name it, whatever, the big guitar songs, But this song is just this tight, 3.5 minute pop 2002 song. It just bang, it just works. Arrangement is amazing. The other thing is, Mayer came up with all these arrangements himself. And by arrangements, I mean the guitar parts, the chorus, verse, order, the different breakdowns, bridges, intros, all that. They just brought it to the table. It was all demoed out. That never happens with a record. Never. It's usually you got pieces of ideas or maybe somebody else is writing songs for you. This guy shows up, just basically the record done and says, hey, John Alasia, get me some good musicians. Let's fill this thing out and make a amazing pop record. No Such Thing. I think it was a lead single. Came out before Wonderland. Did it? I don't know. One of the two. I mean, still. What a great opening to a song. Not to mention, back in the day, this was a big song before Your Body is a Wonderland really hit. This was kind of his song. People in high school, I want to run through the halls of my high school, of course. But he would, ordinarily, you would go to see a guy like this or a girl or an artist or a band, and they would save that song, the big song, as their last song in the encore after they do the fake walk-off. No, not Mayer. Back then, he used to play this first, second, just got out of the way and then was like, hey, that's it. That's out of the way. All the other stuff's coming after this. So if that's what you came to hear, you can just leave. Ballsy move. Seemed to work out for him, though. Just almost ate the T string. Good Lord. That's why I normally drink coffee. tune cooks too. Easy to play it really fast. That stop is just money. So good. It's so good. The stop is just brilliant. Love it. How many songs do that before a chorus? Tell me, how many do that before the chorus? Again, just monstrous strumming on that acoustic. That bass line. I've looked for it. I wish it existed, but I wish I had the isolated bass tracks of David LaBrere from Room for Squares. If you're out there, David, God, I want to hear those. Just you. Maybe you and drums, but mostly you. That's what I love about this song. And this part, it goes like the first time does like an A minor 7. The second time, you think it's going to do that, but it does this F sharp 7 thing. Dorky, nerdy, but unexpected and cool. And then the drum fill in the break. It's not just a break that time. It's little things like that that just make a song magical. Halftime breakdown of the bridge. Yeah. Always love that lyric change. I, you, we. We. I'm invincible, you're invincible, we are invincible. Yeah, De La. Look at everybody. It's a blast. This seriously takes me back to a very happy time. Oh, this falsetto. This record has so many, I think it's just because people think you have to sing high. You'll hear him talk about it now. Like so many of his songs are just so much lower now. But I think like we all try to sing. I've done it a million times. Like, oh, I'm going to sing high to show people that I can really sing. The higher I sing, yeah, that's not necessary. But falsetto is different. I mean, falsetto is not that heavy lifting. But I mean, you know, it's not. Sometimes it's not easy to hit. What a cool place to see a show. Not really a concert venue, but I wonder how it sounded in there. Probably sounded terrible in the room. This big echoey chamber shaped like a pyramid. So I'm sure he did more songs than this, because this is a half-hour TV performance, and I think we're nearing the end, actually. Yeah.
So this is the lyric room, which is arguably the most kind of sacred of the whole place, because everything else in the museum is fully realized and
so philosophical.
This. And this kind of shows you the kind of unsure logic of coming up with songs, and looking at it sure makes me want to stop screwing around in Microsoft Word and pick up a pen and paper.
There you go. Wish my handwriting was better. I could do that. Okay. All right. Here we go. We all know Neon. We all love Neon. But if you're a more recent Mayer fan, you've probably never heard it live with a full band. And there are a few good reasons for that. One, it works incredibly well on the acoustic. So if you're a guitar player, you have to do something crazy to your guitar. You got to tune the low E string down to a C. Kind of cool. But what that does, it works okay on an acoustic guitar because these strings tend to be a little bit thicker than an electric guitar. And he's playing an electric guitar here. It's an electric guitar on the record. But your typical electric guitar doesn't really have the proper scale length, which is the distance between here and down here, the bridge and the nut, to accommodate for a string that is tuned down so low. So what they did on this guitar, let's get a good look at it. What do you notice about the frets? The frets are these parallel lines. They're not parallel on this guitar. I think it's a Novax. I wanted to call it a Variax, but that's a Line 6 MIDI guitar. It's not that. It's a Novax, but it's a fan fret guitar. Fan fret. And what that means is that your lower strings, it allows you to have a longer distance between the bridge and the nut than you do on the higher strings. And that allows you to tune down, maintain some tuning stability, and sound better for a song like this. You can still hear, though, I mean, he's hitting it so hard that it's still kind of going out of tune, which I think that's why he does it. I mean, this song is so hard. That's right. Forget it. I'm not even going to try. But it is a difficult song to play correctly, as evidenced by my attempt here. But let's listen. It's embarrassing. To be fair, I don't play this song ever for a reason. Only electric guitar he's played in this set. I don't even see a Strat up there. He's got his pedal. Listen. You hear that? It sounds like an organ. That is, I remember because I had one. It's a Hughes and Kettner Rotosphere pedal, and what that does is it simulates the Leslie amplifier that an organ is normally plugged into. It's a thing with a speaker that spins around inside of it. It uses the Doppler effect to create that organ tone. He's got it for his guitar on this song. It simulates that. Cool little pedal. Love the bass line on this, by the way. What? Listen, you can hear the Rotosphere again. Love this song. You can hear the Rotosphere again. Not sure it was necessary in this song, in my opinion, but who am I to say? That Novax guitar. I mean, it's basically a Strat. 3 single coil pickups. Cool. The Michael Chavez parts are so cool. And he abandons the riff for this verse, which he does. I do believe he does this a lot of times in the acoustic version as well.
Like no one can. She comes and she goes. She's 11. Yeah, she's always bouncing just like Leon.
Oh no, they're ending it. Oh, come on. It's a half-hour TV show. See, at this time, though, this song was like a 12-minute song back then. Oh, they cut it. That was an interesting edit. It's the only overdriven electric guitar that Mayer plays in this whole thing, right here. That's it. That's it. That's it. Weird. See, so if you look at it like from today's perspective, 2023, where you go to a Mayer full band show, and if you don't have electric guitar just wailing 90% of the time, you're like, what is going on? Different time back then. More song-based, song-focused. You did get some very cool electric guitar moments at these shows. You played Lenny by Stevie Ray Vaughan, solo electric. You'd get Covered in Rain, great solo on that. Back to You, great solo on that. Neon, they took out the big jam that he does. I think on Any Given Thursday, there's actually a really cool bass solo in there, so go check that out. But they edited it for TV. Like I said, they had to keep it under the 20 minutes or 22 minutes that a half-hour slot is on TV. But man, those were the days. Those were the days when you had like appointment viewing, and it was like Mayer's got a half-hour concert from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Set the VCR, set the TiVo, because you're not going to be able to find it. There was no YouTube. You couldn't go find it online unless somebody with a ton of crazy video equipment like ripped it, and then you could download it off of LimeWire or something. So you had to watch it, and we had to watch it when it was on or catch a rerun. It's a different time. Kind of made it a little bit more special. That was a lot of fun to revisit that show from 2002. It is, I don't know. If you're a fan of an artist and you follow them all the way through their career, and you get to just see that progression with the songs and how they perform and the whole thing, it's really cool. It's really cool. And I know I'm not alone. There's tons of people who have that experience with John Mayer and so many other artists like him. So thanks for coming along on the ride. That was fun. Maybe we'll do some more reaction videos. I don't know. If you've made it this far, I do a ton of gear-related stuff for guitar. I have some covers out there. We talk about John Mayer, talk about other well-known musicians and guitar players specifically. So dig around on my channel and check it out. See what you think. Leave a comment. Leave a like. If you like what I'm doing, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.